professionalism in the workplace. So professionalism basically refers to the way in which you communicate with your coworkers and how you will communicate your idea to the other employees. So in other words, it is a conduct, attitude, the behavior of a worker from first day on the job to the day you retire, even on the sometimes afterward, you need to be aware of the quality of your workplace professionalism. So workplace professionalism is also called basically a skill, which you have to develop while working in the organization. Because it is very necessary that way of conduct or way of communication between you employees and between you and your client will be a formal. You should not use the words like informal words like and we should not use the phrases that seem to be directly attack on the other's personality. So these are some of the things that we should avoid and work in a peaceful manner. So professionalism basically means every attitude, every action that you represent in the organization. So what is meant by high performance working? The high performance work team refers to a group of goal focused individuals with specialized expertise and complementary skills who collaborate, innovate, and produce consistently superior results. So, what is meant by high performance work team? High performance work team basically focus on that goal, on that result that the team has decided in order to achieve in the future. So basically, high performance working has a specific attitudes and the behaviors which they reflect while working in the organization because they are focused on the main goal. They do not tolerate or they do not tolerate the informal use of communication and all that. So for example, if the person is studying is dealing with the study visas communication, they are not allowed to talk about the immigration or the work visa thing. You have to be focused on the working on the idea that your organization is promoting, that is the study visa information. Every client who is achieving, they will the client is not actually responsible for speaking formally, but you are responsible to speak formally because if you speak formally, your client will recognize that this person is a very professional and I have to speak in limits with him or her. So for the female employers, it is very important that uh, uh, that they should display professionalism in their communication and in their attitudes and behavior with the clients they are dealing. So the next one is characteristics of a high performance working. So there are the specific five. I have mentioned the five main characteristics that should be present in the high performance team. The first of all is team purpose, goals, and goals. High performing teams are synergistic and social entities that work toward the achievement of the common goal or goals, short term or even long term. So these the members in the high professional team is focused on the main goal as I have discussed before. They are not allowed to be moved from the line from here and to there and all that. The second one is talent, skills, and work ethic. So every person is because in a highly performing team, every person is a skilled person. Every person is has a talent, something to show that he's a great professional in his work, seeing on his behavior. So there are some of the work ethics that you should communicate with your team members, and they should display while working in the organization. The third one is incentives, motivation, and efficacy. While these are the things that the employees should consider, the third point is the point of consideration for the team leaders because every team leader or the manager is responsible to give feedback. If your employees is giving you a positive feedback, like they are displaying the ways of communication or they are displaying the rules that are working on the policies of the organization, it is your responsibility is, for the manager that he should give incentives or the motivation or the line of like confidence to his or her employees to build their motivation towards the work. The fourth one is give compliments. So compliments are of two types, either bad compliments or either good compliments. There are two ways to communicate these two types of compliments. Bad compliments not should not be direct, should not be open-ended. It should be close-ended. That the next person is then able to understand that I am on the guilty place. But it should not it seems like you are attacking on the next person personality. So there is a specific ways to communicate to give a bad compliment as it is in the sense of good compliment, they are also there to communicate a good compliment to the other person You should not have to try to make a fun of the personality. You are not allowed to make a good like you are not allowed to make a direct compliment to that you are working. Wow, it's amazing. You should choose a specific kind of word that you should communicate to your employer that you are working in a this way and I like this way because because people working this way are always successful. So these are some of the lines that you should speak to your employer. The fifth one is give constructive criticism. So as I have explained before, so, as I have explained before, that the criticism or the bad compliments should not be communicated directly. Be as clear and specific as possible because you have to ensure that the team members understand your concerns. They understand that what are you trying to say, either they are or they are on duty or not. For example, tell them about helpful resources or offer advice with the help of a difficult project. For example, if you are dealing with a difficult project, do not challenge their skills or some potentials that you are not eligible to do this, you are not able to do this, you are not a good person to, yeah, you are not a good person to deal with this type of project. You should give the piece of advice or you should communicate that this is the thing you can improve working with this space. So these are the five ways of five practices of the high professionalism team. You should maintain professionalism in every aspect of your behavior or either or your activities. The second one, the most important point is the conflict resolution. So one of the central differences between an average team and high performance work team is the capability to handle conflict in a constructive way. Any conflict that surface must be depersonalized and dealt with early either between individuals or among the collective team. Instead of viewing conflict as a negative, a high performance team uses it as a strength of the collective group. The word's use helps improve thinking, learning, and overall performance. So conflict resolution must be take place between the team members and the manager team and discuss them each and every aspect in the meeting because you have to because they, as we have discussed in the previous lecture that they are types of the meeting or the feedback communication that you conduct with your employee. So sitting in a meeting and you and every person is allowed to every person has the right to express their own ideas and feelings that they should work in this way so it will bear a good result. So consistency must be resolved between the team members in a good way, not in a mood of like bad communication or like the use of informal words. You have to be resolve the conflict in a constructive way. The second one is collaboration. It is very important part because in a team member, when you are working in a team, you should collaborate with your current employee. That either the task is difficult or not, you are with them and you are ready every time when they need your help and all that. So it involves commitment to a shared goal and independence that comes from understanding that what is accomplished together is greater than what is can be accomplished individually. So this is the thing that you should communicate with your employer that if either I know this is a difficult task, but I am with you in every aspect of solving this problem. Whenever you need me, approach me and I will help you in a constructive way. So, or give them a piece of advice or give them the way or the tools or any type of help that you can provide to your employee. The next one is behavior management strategies and training. So it is very important because you have to shape your behavior according to your organization. In every household, there your behavior is changed. In a social setting, your behavior must be different from the behavior of your household. So the behavior while working in the organization is basically called OBM, Organizational Behavior Management. It focuses on what people do, analyzes why they do it, and then applies an evidence-based intervention strategy to improve what people do. So it means that, for example, a person is exhibiting a particular type of behavior. So the first thing you need to know is why this person is showing this behavior, why this person is working, or why this person is communicating in this way. You have to find the reason of that behavior that is exhibited by the employee. After that, you have an evidence that this is the main reason why this person is behaving like this. You have to you think enough to provide a policy or to provide a strategy to change the behavior of their base in a constructive way. The relevance of OBM to improving healthcare is obvious. While poorly designed systems contribute to most medical errors, OBM provides a practical approach to for addressing a critical component of every imperfect healthcare system behavior. For example, in a healthcare, basically, returning to our subject, our main organization is the healthcare sector that are working either they are in training. So OBM provides a practical approach for addressing a critical component of every imperfect healthcare system and behavior. So, our main organization is the healthcare sector that are working in the city or in the country. Either they are NGOs or either they are any hospital or any they are medical stores and all that. So, there's a specific behavior while you are working in the hospital because in the hospital the patient craves care, the patient craves attention, and the patient create the positive things from a doctor. So while you are working in the hospital environment, you must be responsible enough to provide a sufficient quality of the care and sufficient attention to the patient so their needs can be satisfied. So these are the main things that your behavior in the healthcare organization must be accompanied according to your working. The next one is interpersonal strategies of behavior management. So here are some of the interpersonal needs that personally you can develop, you can apply on those strategies. So overall behavior can be good and it is visible while you are working in the organization. So here are some of the strategies that you should utilize personally. The first thing is use a low-pitched voice to convey calmness and reassurance. Don't rush things over the other people. Be conscious of your facial expression and other body language as well. Sometimes we understand the expression more precisely as we understand the actual words spoken by people. So sometimes we know that what they are speaking is not matching with their physical expression. So it is very important that while you are working in the organization, you must communicate in a way that your communication words and your physical expression must correlate with each other. The next one is use simple words and short sentences. Avoid things. For example, you should use simple words that can be understandable by either by illiterate people or by literate people. And it should be short. You should not give the whole introduction and the whole explanation to the other person. Then third one is keep questions to a minimum and avoid open-ended ones. Open-ended means that you ask the patient the open-ended, for example, please explain why you caught this disease. So this is a very informal and very irritative the question that you are asking from the patient that why have you developed this disease? You should not ask this type of question. You should ask close-ended questions, either yes or either no, that the patient is able to answer in a no or either yes. For example, have you tried to cure this disease? Yes or no. That's it. You are not allowed to ask the cause of the disorder, that why has it developed and why you have gone on that phase and why have you written those things. This is not your concern. Fourth one is simplify tasks and break them into the manageable steps. Communicating them at one at a time. Demonstration may help. Try different words when your message is not getting across. For example, if you have too much to explain, but you do not have enough time or the patient is not willing to listen you in a busy state. So keep your conversation brief. Tell them in 2 to 3 lines that this is happening and we should work on this and this will be curable. The last one is offer limited choices. For instance, why you like coffee or juice rather than why would you like to do. So please give the appropriate choices to the patient because sometimes the patient is wants something else that is maybe may cause harm to them. So ask him in an appropriate way that you have available these options. Please choose one, and it will be provided to you. So these are some of the things that you should also apply in the while working in the organization. I think you can apply in your daily life strategy. The next one is so These are some of the things that we have discussed about the what is meant by working in the organization and what is meant by high profile students. In this, we have discussed about what is the high profile student, what are their characteristics, what is the conflict resolution, and how can you how can in what strategies you can resolve the conflict. What is meant by collaboration and what is meant by behavior management strategies and organizational behavior management. So now we'll discuss about the what is meant by great leaders. For example, why the leaders should communicate with their employers to satisfy the goals of the organization. So what is meant by the great leader? Instead, he found that excellent leadership is about building up people around you, trusting them, empowering them, and ultimately enabling them to contribute their expertise so that the team can become more than the sum of its parts. In other words, effective leadership and cultivating a culture of structured teamwork go hand in hand. For example, a high performance team and a good leader work in a hand-in-hand organization because they're responsible for making the policies and the high performance team is responsible to working on that policy. So why it is important to support your team? Because a good leader is always responsible to support your team. But sometimes the person may think, why is it always important to support your team? Supporting your team at work can help boost morale, increase productivity, and create a happier and healthier work culture. Professionals who feel supported by their colleagues often are more confident in their abilities and can return the support to others, which can be beneficial to entire company. Any employee can choose to support their team, and it can be especially important for team leads and managers to create a supportive work environment for everyone. So these are the lines that you have acknowledged that based on the these things, it is very important to support your team. So the question arises here: how you can support your team? Like in what are the ways you can utilize to support your team? The first one is provide learning opportunities to them. Allow your co-workers to strengthen their skills by teaching them how to do something or guiding them to a new task. Providing these learning opportunities can challenge professors to develop their skills and encourage them to strive for success. So this is very important because not every person is pre-skilled or not every person has learned all the things from the lap of his mother. So everyone, while working in the organization, has the basic right to learn more things or to learn about the new things or to learn about the things that is making it difficult to understand. Next one is allow co-workers to express their ideas. So being an employee, you can to create a workspace that collaborates and innovate ideas. You help them well to express their ideas because every person has their unique ideas, and by having the sum of all the different ideas, you get a way to select one idea that is beneficial for your organization. The third one is allow team members to problem solve. Every person has the right to express their own ideas, so every person has the right to provide a solution according to their own thoughts or according to their own experiences that this problem can be solved in this way. So every person is allowed to make a possible solution to a specific problem. The fourth one is offer praise and feedback. So feedback is what every leader is allowed to say from his employees that while working the organization, either they feel safe or either the things are good for them, or provide the praise in the form of the in the form of a good compliment or in the form of the money, like the incentive that is provided to the employees and all. The fifth one is develop your emotional intelligence skills. So you should not, being a leader, you should not attach emotionally or emotionally with any of your employees. You should have the sympathy for every person, but you should not empathize your emotional feelings to the specific employees. So emotion intelligence skills can help you recognize and manage your own and other emotions. This skill is very helpful when trying to support your team because it can allow you to regulate your emotions at work and encourage others to do the same. So this is the thing that you should have the sympathy for your coworkers, but you should not empathize their emotions over your own emotions. The sixth one is be understandable. So understanding is very important. Obviously, understand their point of view, understand their problems, understand their ideas, understand their thoughts, understand their behavior in every aspect of them. in every aspect of their attitude and behavior should be understandable. Not every aspect should be understanding. Some there are some of the points or the negative points that you should avoid, and you are not allowed to tolerate over those points. But apart from them, you should be motivated enough to understand every aspect of your employee behavior. The seventh one is set reasonable expectation. Sometimes managers are expected to build a high expectation from their employees. They expect that the goals they have decided in the future must be incorporated over the high level by them. The level that you have decided should be accomplished in the future, not above that level. Is the employees are responsible to provide you the result. So set a reasonable expectation that can be accompanied by the employees, and they are able enough to work on those expectations. Like for example, expectations should be parallel to the employee's skills. How much the employee is skilled or how much the an employee has the potential to do a specific task, you should set your expectation according to that average plan. The eighth one is identify your team's strengths and weaknesses. It is very important. You must know which employee goes in a specific time and which employee can't do a specific task because of these weaknesses. The ninth one is team building activities. It is very important because a team building activities means you should have meetings, you should have discussion, you should have the feedback, you should work on a specific task, you should perform the activities together. So these are some of the things you can do to make your team more stronger. The tenth one is clarify each person's role. Being a leader, you are responsible to clarify every employee their role. That this employee is responsible for if we're working on these roles, that this role is assigned to this specific employee. For example, in a finance department, there are at least 5 to 10 employees, and all those 10 employees have their roles divided that you have to handle, you have to record the expenses, you have to manage the petty cash, or you have to manage the Excel sheet on which the petty cash expenses is written or recorded. So it means that in every department the roles must be divided, that you are restricted to do this specific task and you are not allowed to do a second task until you feel that your co-worker is in trouble, or you feel that you have to provide help to your co-workers. So the other one is communication. What is done by communication, and how you can communicate the roles with employees. So first one is you can divide large tasks into smaller, manageable tasks, subtasks, allocate these to individuals and groups, label them on their priority, set estimate start and due dates for tasks. So these are the four things that you can assign to the that these are the policies that you can assign to the employees to work on a specific task. It is basically called Food Hub Smart Task Management (PSTS). PM. The 11th one is make daily workflow more efficient. For example, workflow efficiency is of a paramount importance to get more done in less effort and time. It is also one of the innovative ideas to improve team performance. Several issues can hamper your team's productivity. Think of workplace distractions, communication loopholes, lack of information, and unorganized team culture, among other things. So, this is the main thing that you should follow while working in the organization that make your workflow more efficient. Like, for example, you have to set a summary of the daily tasks, and you should display on either in a, on like online software platform, or either on the dashboard, that these are the specific tasks the employees are expected to complete in a day. So in this way, you divide the larger tasks into the days of week, and they can be accomplished by the employees in a constructive way. The last one is lead your team to success with teamwork. Being a leader presents constant new challenges, especially in our increasingly remote work, because the leader is responsible to take every employee, and every employee have different ideas, have different concepts, and they have different problems. So, being a leader, you have to allocate all these problems, and you have to find a possible solution to those problems. So, being a leader is not a easy thing. But armed with these strategies, have a roadmap towards better teamwork and communication trust. So based on these characteristics or the ways that how you can support your team, you can make a good teamwork and make the work so in efficient way. Another component of the trust and teamwork is visibility. You must be visible to your employees. Your employees must able to recognize you when it's crystal clear who is doing what and why teams can move forward with great success. Teamwork provides us visibility into projects, clearing up the mystery and allowing all members of the team to work together towards a common goal. So these are the main things that a leader, how what is the good leader, how he how what is why it is important to support your team, or in how many ways you can support your team. In the last, this is the conclusion that it must be clear, it must be visible, it must be crystal clear that every employee understands the policies of the leader and they recognize you as a good leader, not a bad leader. So this is very important. So this was the whole lecture. This was today's lecture. So this is the scenario we have. You are a manager within a health and social care setting. You are keen to move on the next stage in your career and have been looking at opportunities in the national press. Before applying for suitable roles, you decide to carry out some preparatory work. You wish to produce a personal development file regarding these sections. This will assist you in clarifying your thinking and prepare you to work on these applications and be ready for it. So these are the things that you need. So in this paragraph, the manager is responsible for making the preparatory work before starting the main organizational work within a setting. The next paragraph, you need. So in the next paragraph, you need to assess your own current skills, be able to develop leadership and management strategies, and lead a project within with a health and social care. You must also demonstrate your ability to lead, develop staff and teams. The contents of the file must relate to your current work role and also the wider context of leading practice and health and social care. So, this is the scenario we have. So, in the section one, it is taken from the LO1 and LO4. So, first of all, we will just describe that being the manager, how you can what are the rules your leadership comprises of, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of those leadership styles. So here we will discuss about the leadership, the styles of leadership and their advantages and disadvantages. So first of all, we have the leadership style. As I explained, like I'm explaining these leadership like third time. Okay, so just we will discuss major points of these styles of leadership. We will not discuss in them in detail because in the previous tasks I would have explained them. I have revised them in detail, right? So I will only discuss the major points of the leadership styles, their advantages and disadvantages. So basically, these are the six leadership styles: transformational leadership, transactional leadership, autocratic leadership, legislative leadership, task-oriented leadership, and relationship-oriented leadership style. So first of all, we have transformation leadership style. In the transformation style, we give our employees the motivation or the creative workplace environment to work in the efficient way. For example, every person has a staff is search for another person. So the common example is salary system because every person is appreciated, every person has the right to achieve something in the end. So the next one is transaction leadership style. In transaction leadership style, yeah, the leader acts as a manager of change, right? He's responsible for making the policies. He is responsible for implementing those policies. So in transformation leadership style, their advantage is leader encourages a group towards a target and makes them interactive and more communicative. And the disadvantage is that the ideas of the every employees are repressed and they are not find a way to express their ideas or thoughts. The next one is transitional leadership style. In this type, and the leaders make employer more productive because he is responsible for making the policies. Same as it is, there are disadvantages because the leaders become sometimes sensitive towards the employees. They focus more on target rather than employees' creativity and encouragement, right? because he's thinking that I have made this policy and every employee is responsible to work on a policy and all that. Autocratic leadership style. In this leadership style, the leader is responsible to make all the decisions, no communication gaps, because less time is required to take a decision. The next one is this type of leadership is really effective because the group members are not part of the decision making. Also, they are responsible to share their ideas to provide a solution for the specific problems, but they are not allowed to make decisions on the in contrast of their boss. The fourth one is there's a shared leadership. Members of the group feel free to explore themselves because in this leadership style, every person is allowed to share their ideas, every person is allowed to share their opinions about the specific task, but it also has disadvantages because every person has their own different ideas and expressions. So the combination of different ideas and expression may lead to a conflict of a specific one decision that should be taken in the end. The fifth one is task-oriented leadership. Um, it is good in a sense that every employee who is working in the organization basically has a main concern that they need to accomplish this goal. But it also has some disadvantages side by side because sometimes the leave may result in inaccurate results. Flexible is difficult due to structure, plans, and strategies because the employee is not allowed to work beyond the decided policies or the strategies or the standard of working set by the leader or manager. And the sixth one is a relationship oriented leadership style. It is good or advantageous in a sense that while working in a team, you are working like a family. You have the respect for others, you have support to others, you have the sympathy or empathy for others. But it also has disadvantages because sometimes in a leadership style, while with the mindset that you are working not in a team but you are working in a family, you link your emotions to the other person. If the other person is not acting according to your expectations, you may get hurt, or your emotional management skills may get affected from this or from all these scenarios. So these are the basically leadership style and in what ways they are advantages and they are ways they can prove themselves disadvantages. So the next one is what should be your roles and responsibilities as a manager in your organization? So, what should be your role while working in the organization? Sometimes the leader is responsible for addressing all the responsibilities and managing duty of care dilemmas. Sometimes there are dilemmas that take place in the organization, and sometimes it's hard to face those dilemmas, but as a leader, you must be energetic, you must be supportive, you must be understandable enough to apply the solution for all those dilemmas. For example, your duty of care requires you to promote the safety and well-being of individuals and prevent them from coming to harm. However, you must also uphold their right to make their own choices, even if you believe it's an unwise choice. Individuals have a right to live as independently as possible and make their own decisions. If they are legally capable, they make a mental capacity. This must be supported and not taken away from them. For example, being a leader, you must appreciate your individual ideas and thoughts that they are having in their mind. Because according to the factor of the respect, you are responsible to respect every other person's feelings or expressions. So, where the contact arises is that when the mixture of the ideas and expression is faced by you as a leader, you must recognize what is good for them and what is not good for them. And you should communicate in such a way that the thing that you are thinking is good for them must also be understandable, must also be busy of a good concern for others. And others must recognize you a good leader, not a bad leader, that others employees must recognize you that this is our leader and what they are asking us will be beneficial for us, not it should not be according to their needs or according to their in context of their employer. So the next one is look at the role of teams with your chosen area of help. So being a team, they are the roles that are assigned to them. Like I have explained the previous lecture. The next one is critically evaluate the role of leaders for communicating organization vision to others. So how you can communicate? leadership communication to others. For example, we said about the key aspects, the core aspects that you should communicate your vision of the organization in a writing or in a speaking way. Then the aspect approach, you should understand the social understanding, listening patiently, team management, and communication. So these aspects you can approach. So these approach you can communicate your vision to your team members. The corporate aspect where you are required to interact with the hidden externals here. Either you plan to have a meeting in the hotel on the or in the restaurant, or you have performed the e-activities like online activities that are there to communicate your vision. For example, for example, explaining your vision in a 3D image is another type of a exciting way that you can communicate your vision to your employees. So the best way to communicate your organization vision is like you have to tell a story, tell them in a story that once upon a time this some person is doing this, and after hearing a lot more these stories, you are able to you can to draw a picture of your vision towards your employees. The second one is perfect your perfect your elevator seat. Your seat must be calm. You should not communicate in a conflicting tone. You should not communicate in a harsh tone, or you should not use those informal words with your employees. The third one is use multiple forms of media. You can use, like I have explained, that using a 3D multimedia, or using a PPT form, or using the e-commerce activities. So these are some of the media forms that you can use to communicate the vision or communicate the policies and strategies you are going to assign to your employees. Fourth one is have one-on-one conversation. So one-on-one conversation means that having a meeting in person with every employee. So the employee is able enough to communicate in a good way, or to communicate openly his ideas or thoughts towards the specific employees or towards them, right? So these are some of the ways that you can communicate your organization vision to your employees. Next one is evaluate the theoretical concept behind fostering teamwork and relationship as a team leader. So we have discussed about some of the theories that we should employ while working in the organization. The first one was Belbin's team role. Like it was the first one. Yes. It was the first one, Belbin's team role. So I have explained the previous lecture, but remember team role means that every person has divided a specific team roles that is assigned to the employees, and they are restrained to work on the other roles. So, following were the roles that there were the nine Belgian team roles that was introduced by the Belgian. The first one was resource investigator, that the person who is responsible to focus on the resources that, for example, in a marketing firm, the person is responsible how we can conduct the marketing of our products, and our product is able to be sold more to the client as compared to the other products. Team worker who is responsible to work in a team in a collaborative or a constructive way. The coordinator who is responsible to check and balance all the team roles, and keep the record of every summary of the task summary that is accomplished on the daily basis. So first, the next one is plant, who is the base of the every organization uses employees. The monitor evaluator who is responsible, but here the monitor evaluator is a team role assigned to the manager who evaluates the success or the hard work of the employees with the practice of the time. The next one is specialist, the thinking role, who is responsible to make the possible solution to the problem. The next one is shaper is the leader who makes the framework of the whole organization, assign the team of to the employees, assign the managerial role to the manager, and all that. The third one is second last is implementer. Implementer includes all the employees, includes all the team work, includes all the coordinators and all the working body that is employed in the organization. The last one is computer solution. Here the computer solution means the whole team who is able to achieve a specific goal that was decided at the start of the work, and it was and it was achieved at the end of the working day. So, because the team, which includes the leader, manager, or the employees, both three forms of working roles are focused on the same main goal. So it should be achieved at the end of the whole process. The next one is file and Tyler's phase of management. File gave the theory that the work should be divided between the individuals, that every person who should not be feel burdened, while the organization the work is divided between the different persons so that it can be accomplished in more efficient way, right? So these were some of the roles that were divided into the like burden of the work should be divided into employees, like authority responsibility should be divided, discipline should be is the right and the duty of every employee, every leader, every manager, unity of command, there should be a command that should be given the leaders by the leaders only. Unity of direction, all the team members or all the working bodies focus on the same basic goal. Subordination, remuneration, centralization, scale, chain, order, and equity. So these are some of the goals that were decided that they should be divided to the team members. So the team members must be clear that this role this is the role we are restricted to work on. The next one was Tyler. The Tyler gave some of the like science and all other things that should be discussed in the organization because it comprises of observations, experiments, analysis, and incidents. For example, first of all, you observe a specific task, so, the implemented strategy that it is working in a good way. Then you make experiments, you make the strategy, you make the employees to work on that specific strategy. You make analysis that this strategy has there as a good suit, and then you make inferences that this was a strategy and this was this percent successful. So this was the main difference between the Filer and Tyler. Tyler gave the concept of the observation, and the Filer gave the concept of the strategies and policies, and the working notes that should be divided between the employees. The third one was Hawthorne studies in management. Hawthorne technique that that the person who is that they have been observed to work in more reasonable way. So every person must ask that that leaders should ask and trust that he is recording their like successes, they is recording their progress. So at the end of this work, the person who works in a better way or who is observed in a good sense will be appreciated or will be given respect. So these are some of the things that you should apply in your workplace. So the next one is the impact of the professionalism and how the team should be employed, while and how the sense of the professionalism should be promoted in the organization. So we have discussed a few things like what is the professionalism, everything, what is a high professional team who is focused on the team goal and use formal language and use and have the sympathy for the others and work in the team and all that. And the was second one was conflict resolution. The professionalism was also be accompanied by the ways of the providing solution to specific problem. You should not indulge in a conflict between your employees. The third one was collaboration. You should work in collaboration with your employees that the task should be divided or the piece of advice or the guiding force should be provided in order to simplify the difficult task. So this was the professionalism in the organization. The last one is how team leaders support and develop team members in a continual professional development. So we have discussed we also have discussed about this. For example, there are some of the ways ability. What makes a great leader? Why it is important to support your team? It is important because without supporting your team will get mentally distressed with your organization policies and strategies. And how to support it? You can support in a variety of ways. For example, we can provide learning objectives. We can provide the solution to the problems. We can provide incentives and offer to them. You can also provide emotional support to them. You should have empathy and understand each and every aspect of your employee behavior or attitude. Or you have, or the main and the most important thing is that you should set reasonable expectation that your employees are able to fulfill those expectations, uh, or that your expectation must match to the potential level of your employees. The next one is team building activities. You can carry out different activities to make the team more efficient, to make the working of the team more efficient, or to clarify each person's role, that you should assign the teamwork to each person, and the specific task needs to be divided between the team members. The last one was make the daily workflow more efficient. For example, by working on all these strategies, we make the workflow more efficient than that every person should feel burden, or that every person should set up from the roles assigned to them. So why these core points is very important in the organization. So being a leader is your duty, that you have to make a preparatory work, how to prepare your team, how in what ways you can support your team, what are the theories or the concepts that you should look upon before driving the preparing work, or what are the leadership styles you should accompany, whether you should only the person who decides everything, or whether you allow your employees to share your ideas. So being a manager, this scenario according to these points is being a leader, or before you are going to the creative work, you should look upon the theory, you should look upon the leadership style, which style or which framework you have to choose, or how in what ways you can support your team, or how you can promote your organization even to other employees. So basically, these are all the things we have discussed in today's task assessment. So our section one, which is your current role in leading and developing individual staff and teams, is completed. So we can let me know if you have anything to ask. Okay, sure. Do let me know if you have any confusion in the future.